Hello there, it's Vicson here, your freelancing mentor, coach and friend. So together with Annie, my partner, we help ambitious people just like you to start freelancing. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to talk about how you can make an extra 1,500 euros a month consistently working from home. How is that even possible? And I'm going to share a framework, step-by-step framework that we discovered is the way to get started when you want to do this. You see, a couple of years ago when we started out our online business journey, we tried so many different things, but we figured out that freelancing is the only way to get started if you're a beginner. So we went out there on the market with our skills and tried to find people we could help and earn some money. But it wasn't that easy because we had no clue how to do. So when we started out, we basically thought that we just go out there, find somebody that needs this thing, and then we sell it to them and we get money by doing that thing. But it wasn't that easy because not everybody jumps on right that and says that, hey, I want to pay you, because they need to like, know and trust you. And we didn't realize that back then. So we just thought we could, when somebody says that they have a problem, we go there and say that we can solve it and we can get paid for it. But we realized it doesn't really work that way online. So what we started to do instead, pretty much in our desperation, was that we didn't get any clients, so we thought that, hey, just share a bunch of tips and ideas on how to do this thing that we were good at. So I was freelancing I tried to freelance in the graphic design, so that was when I started out. So since I didn't get any clients, I started to show people that, hey, I'm really good at this, by providing a lot of value in different communities, and I also shared a bunch of the work I did for fun for myself. And I thought that would give me, position myself as an expert and give me a lot of followers, and I would become famous because I shared a lot. However, that didn't really happen. But what happened was that a lot of people started to contact me and say that, hey Vicson, you seem to know that, so maybe you can help me with this one, and we can look at this together. And I was really amazed by that. So I started to get quite a lot of requests. Not really that much followers, I wasn't really considered an expert yet, but I got people interested in what I was doing, and that was the first step. So I realized just going out there and providing a lot of value and showing what I'm doing, that's definitely a good thing. So I started to do that, I got people interested in my thing, and now I thought that, okay, now that I have people who are interested in my thing, now I can just sell them and make a lot of money. Obviously, that didn't work. So I figured out that anytime you try to push somebody into something and you try to say that, hey, buy my service, buy my help, you're really they will resist it because you are trying to push them into something they haven't come up with, their idea. So that wasn't really the way to go with this. And however, after some time, I figured out that if I really show that I care and I really want to build a relationship with them first, and that way show that I can help them, I started to get some projects. And my idea and my goal was always to get them to some sort of monthly plan where I could get paid consistently. But the thing was that even though somebody got in on me and they really wanted to work with me at first, what happened was that they basically told me that it was super fun, but we don't have the funds to continue, or they can't afford to continue. And all the time I was so annoyed, because even though somebody paid me for one product, they wouldn't continue working with me on a month-to-month basis. And that was super, super annoying, because I wanted to find a customer who just could continue working with me and stick to me, so I just wouldn't have to find new clients all the time. Then I figured out that if I'm selling 20, 50, 100 euro products to people, almost anybody can buy that. But if I want to sell a huge service, over 1,000 euros, 1,500 euros a month to them, that's going to be pretty much of a big jump. So if I'm selling a small service to them, almost anybody can buy, but when I'm selling a bigger service, there are just a few. So how am I going to know that I have these people who can pay that bigger service? That was by introducing something I call a qualifier. So what I started to do was that instead of providing a lot of small products, I bundled them together and provided a quite big product as a first one, but not too big, but big enough to qualify them as a person who can continue working with me in the future from the ones that just wanted this one task to be done. So I did that, and it worked amazingly well, because I got a lot of people saying no, and that meant that I didn't have to spend time working with them. And the people who said yes were the ones who had enough money to continue working with me. So that was when I kind of discovered this framework and learned how to get started online and actually end up with all the clients that want to pay you month after month after month after month. So it's a couple of steps that you need to do, but if you do them, you won't get stuck where you get some customers, but you never get people who continue working with you to pay the big project. So the first step is always to discover that your skill is enough to start as a service. So the skills that you already have, you can start with them and you can start providing them as a service online. You don't have to sell products or sell courses or anything. You can just use your skill as a service. That is the first thing to understand. So sometimes the things that you're good at come so naturally for you, so you don't even realize that's a skill. But just think about something that you could do for somebody else that you already do for yourself. If you have something like that, then you can do that as freelancing. The second thing is to help busy entrepreneurs and business owners, not just any person. Like if you go out there and try to help like your friends or your neighbors, like they will probably not have the money to pay for your services. But if you go out there and start helping business owners and entrepreneurs who realize that if they pay a little bit of money on your services, you can help them to make more, then it will be so much easier. So that is the second step, to help busy entrepreneurs and business owners. The third step is to do what I call create the demand. Because when you start working with somebody, nobody will realize how much your work is worth until they see it. So if you can start out by just helping them and really showing the value in your service, they will realize that, oh, that is actually stuff that they could get done from you. Like if they see that, you will create sort of a demand that they will really feel that, hey, oh, yeah, that would be super cool if you do. That will create the demand. So that's the third step. The fourth step is what I call the qualifier. Basically to put together a similarly big project just to see that, is this a person who has money to do this kind of stuff, or is it just someone who were interested? If this is a person who has, you see, thousands of euros in expenses, that's pretty typical for business owners. They have many thousands of euros in expenses. So if you put together a couple €100 product or a €500 product and they buy it and not really consider it that much, you probably realize that they have a lot more money. And if they see the value in your work, they will most likely continue working with you. So once you do that, you will end up with people who actually have the funds to pay you, because that's so important. Like the type of customer is very important when it comes to succeeding as a freelancer, because that is the only way to get them to end up on that monthly level where they can pay you consistently. So there's a lot of things that goes into these different parts, and that's exactly what we talk about in our Dream Job Online program. So if you would like to know, or if you would like help to discover what your skill could be that you could use as a service, or just know how to find these people that actually pay quite a lot of money consistently, or how to create value, create the demand, and what these kind of projects that you could offer would be, click the button below and schedule a call with us, and we can have a chat and see how our frameworks could fit into your life and your schedule, and basically how we could help you. So we have the Dream Job Online program where we provide this type of support and coaching. So we could chat a bit about your situation and see what would be the best situation and the best way for you to get started with this. If you found this video valuable, if you thought that this was a great piece of content of value for you and you would like to have more of this, please hit the like button and give us a subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more episodes. And if you would like to discover your skill and know how you can start freelancing and what you could do for business owners, then go and download our free workbook, High Income Skill Secrets, and you will get some great ideas on what you could do, how you could combine your skills, even though you might think you have any, with something that you think is fun to do and something that people love to pay you for. So go check that one out, and I hope that you get started with freelancing as well, because it changed our life, and I'm sure that doing it the right way, it will definitely do it for you too. So take care, see you in the next one.